sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. If you know it, sing it. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watching o'er silent flocks by night, behold, through the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds feared and trembled when lo above the earth rang out the angel chorus that hailed the baby's birth. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. It came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth to all goodwill, from heaven news we bring. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. Yeah, okay. Oh, come. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to right, now I need everyone else to sing with me because I'm getting tired. 245, Joy to the World. You don't need the music. You don't need the lyrics for this. 245. Joy to the world, the word is come. Let earth receive a King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. His love and wonders of his love.
Still waiting for some people to come in, but I'd like to welcome you all and wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Yes, tomorrow is also Hanukkah, the first day. It's all coming at the same time. Thank you very much. Let's see if this, I don't want it to echo too much. Is it okay? Okay, I'm also the AV person tonight, so we'll see how that works. My name is Pastor Joshua Berg, and welcome to Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church for Christmas Eve service. Yes, my first Christmas Eve service here. Thank you. I just started in September, so it's wonderful to see everybody here this evening. And I feel so just blessed to be here and to be part of this community. Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church. It represents progressive religious thought here in the South Bay. Do you hear that buzz? Okay, I'm gonna run over there to the AV for a second and turn this mic down a little bit. Can you still hear me? Awesome, wonderful. PUC, it represents progressive religious thought here in the South Bay. We welcome people of all creeds, races, sexual orientations, and gender identities. We gather here in this sacred space on the ancestral lands of the Tongva people. And as we do, we strive to be better stewards of the land we are honored to inhabit. If you are here for the first time, we welcome you. If you have been here before, we welcome you back. I have one quick announcement tonight before we begin. We are having a blood drive coming up on December 2nd, pretty soon. In January 2nd. Thank you. That's why no one signed up. Because it's like, I got time, I got a year. On January 2nd, thank you. In this very sanctuary from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., please sign up for an appointment. You can't just show up, you have to sign up for an appointment. We only have 4 people right now because the Red Cross sort of dropped it on us at the last minute. So I'd really like between 15 to 20 people. And I'll have some flyers out afterwards. There's also some flyers if you walk through the hallway, you'll see on our bulletin board where you can just scan the code and sign up. All right. I'm going to light our chalice now, as is our tradition in Unitarian Universalism. Our chalice lighting tonight is entitled Fellow Sojourners. It's by Dan Lambert. We gather together on this Christmas Eve as fellow sojourners, looking for light, for hope, for peace, and for love. We gather as people from many backgrounds, many faiths, many cultures, and many spiritual paths. But as we light our chalice, we gather as one body, looking to the Nativity tonight for its message to all of humanity. Its message is that there is light, there is hope, there is peace, there absolutely is love. Opening words. I'd like to invite up Tisha Berg, my wife, to offer our opening words and our call to worship. You have to print it out. Okay, perfect.
Hello. Our opening words are inspired by a reflection called In the Presence of Light by Reverend Ann Mason. The image of light is common across many religions. Specifically for Christians, in the Christmas story as told in the Gospel of John, the word light is used to describe Jesus 5 times. In the Christmas story as told in the Gospel of Matthew, the Magi are led to where a child was born by following the light from a bright start to Bethlehem. Theistic traditions use the image of the presence of God as the source from which the light emanates. For non-theistic traditions, the concept of light is about mindfulness leading to enlightenment. It is more of a change of our inner life which enlightens. As Unitarian Universalists, we lift up the traditions of many religions that use the symbol of light to mean many things, including the coming of the sun at the time of the winter solstice, the warmth of community, the fire of commitment to social justice, hope, and love. In fact, our own symbolism, the flaming chalice, represents these self-same things. We work every day to find examples of this light, to lift our spirits and to give us hope and strength to live our values of love and service. Although there is difference in background and approach between theistic and non-theistic traditions, could it be that the experience is similar? Both the idea of God and the light within each of us are defined by love. Just as the story of Jesus' birth is that it is the light of revelation that brings hope unto the world, we are all waiting for the light of revelation. Our collective light must not be bound up in the doctrinal differences which separate us as people. It is a light that, simply distilled into its most pure form, is from and for all of us. It is the light we all see, the light which gives us life, and the light that is love. Whatever we believe and however we worship, let love be our collective guiding light. Amen, and blessed be.
Thank you. Please enjoy our first carol, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. Thank you to our wonderful choir and Severin, our music director. Aren't they amazing? Yes. And now I'd like to invite up my friends to be Is it everybody or who's coming up? The three of us, Leslie, Brian, and Alex Spolansky, for our first reading, which is the Christmas story and a blessing. Got it? So what you're going to do when you read it, press.
The Magi visit the Messiah from the Gospel of Matthew chapter 2. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judah, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." After they had heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen when it rose went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down to him and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And now for a blessing.
The story tells of a woman heavy with child, traveling with her partner to be counted in a census declared by a distant ruler, unaware of the lives disrupted or the life that is to come. May those in power open their minds and hearts to the impact of their actions on others, and especially those who are unseen and unprotected. The story tells of too many people and not enough housing, so that the couple shelters in a stable with the animals.
May we know that there can be enough housing for all, housing that offers comfort, warmth, home. The story tells of a baby born on a cold night, the birthing crisis unrecorded, perhaps unheard, a child swaddled, loved and warmed by his parents and the animals in the stable. May the cries of all mothers be heard, and may all children born into this world be welcomed, warmed, and loved. The story tells of a star bright in the night sky, heralding a message of new life, pointing the way to light, toward hope. May we have glances of the stars on these long, dark nights, and may we see in the starlight a message of life, of light, of hope. May this be so. Blessings to you all this holiday season.
Testing. Abraham Montes. That was so low, everybody. Woo! All right. In our Sunday services every Sunday, we usually share with each other what we call joys and sorrows or joys and concerns that we all hold in our hearts. Tonight, or this Christmas Eve, instead of joys and concerns, I would ask that we all share our hopes and our dreams. Gesundheit. I'm going to stand over here and hold a mic and some candles. If you have something you are hoping or dreaming for that you would like to speak into this sacred space on this sacred night, please come up and share it with us, and then light a candle for hope.
For health and a kidney.
I hope a judge allows me my daughter on January 2nd.
Thank you.
Hope to find a comfortable place to live with my folks for a long time.
Thank you for sharing that. I know there are so many hopes and dreams that we retain in our hearts. Sometimes it's difficult to put them into words. Sometimes we want to put them into words. We just want to hold them inside. But just know that all of your hopes and dreams are held by one another in this community and in the world. So keep those hopes in your hearts strong. And to honor all those hopes and dreams, I would like to at this time offer a prayer. And this prayer was written and delivered in 2017, days after the president and his administration banned the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention from using the following 7 words or phrases: vulnerable, entitlement, diversity, transgender, fetus, evidence-based, and science-based. So this prayer by Reverend Dr. Parker is one way that Unitarian Universalists and other clergy protested and resisted that decision. A Christmas prayer with 7 words by Reverend Rebecca Ann Parker. We remember the Magi, observers of the stars, evidence-based seekers who found their way to kneel before a baby. May we too kneel before life's intricate mysteries, following the path of science-based searchers for truth. We remember Mary, birth mother of a revolutionary prophet, the fetus in her womb, a surprise. Her choice, a decision to magnify her hope. The birth difficult, attended by a beautiful diversity of animals. And a ragtag gathering of vulnerable people. It's all in the Christmas story. May we too kneel at the cradle of Earth's dreams for peace and dedicate ourselves to revolutionary love. We remember Joseph, unexpected father, who embraced the baby as his own, believing that every child has a God-given entitlement to love and to care. May we too stand by the women and children of this world when patriarchal privilege and power threaten their freedom and put their being at risk. We remember the angels singing in a cold night to the overtaxed poor, promising peace and goodwill to all. May we echo their song in acts of solidarity and justice for all souls, refugee souls, green souls, disabled souls, Black souls, young souls, transgender souls. May we join the bold, holy movement to bring heaven to earth. May the morning star brighten our hope for a new day, and may laughter strengthen all our prayers. Amen. And now I'd like to call up Marina Kistner for a reading based on Mary's Magnificat. So you just start here. To turn.
Hello. This reading is inspired by an essay written by the theologian Dr. Andrea Corso Johnson. The Christmas story tells of a child born as a light unto the world. In fact, every child born is a light unto the world. Only through easy and complete access to reproductive care can we protect as many lives as possible, from birth and throughout life. One of the lessons of Christmas, as told by Jesus' mother Mary, can be read as an ode to the importance of reproductive justice that respects the light of all life. From the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verses 26 to 28, God sent the angel Gabriel to Nazareth, a town in Galilee, to a virgin pledged to be married to a man named Joseph, the descendant of David. The virgin's name was Mary. The angel went to her and said, "Greetings, you are highly favored, the Lord is with you." Mary's Magnificat, with slight modification from Luke chapter 1, verses 46 to 55, reads, "And Mary said, My soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior, for God has looked with favor on the lowliness of the Almighty servant. Surely from now on all generations will call me blessed, for the Mighty One has done great things for me, and holy is God's name. God's mercy is for those who fear God from generation to generation. God has shown strength with God's arm. God has scattered the proud in the thoughts of their hearts. God has brought down the powerful from their thrones and lifted up the lowly. God has filled the hungry with good things and sent the rich away empty. According to the promise God made our ancestors." Mary's Magnificat is the first of 4 hymns in Luke's Gospel, chapter 1, and is the debut expression of the Gospel of Luke's literary theme of divine reversal, which focuses on money, power, and authority. The Magnificat centers the experience of a poor, pregnant, unmarried young woman of color. It discerns God's favor and will for her life throughout her reproductive agency for perhaps generations of her family to come. Out of her exercised agency, Mary enthusiastically prophesies a radical version of God's in breaking future. The theologian Suzanne Scholes reads Mary's Magnificat through a lens of reproductive justice, which means deconstructing many inherited biblical meanings as detrimental to the most marginalized, silenced, and sidelined people, and speaking out against the manifold structures of domination wherever we may find them. Mary's Magnificat calls us to break from the confines of these structures to recreate the framework where access, agency, and autonomy become cornerstones. Mary's Magnificat is prophetic speech for a creation that is intent upon human rights and reproductive agency, which are two key elements of the reproductive justice movement. Mary's Magnificat claims the prophetic fulfillment of divine reversal of fortune for those who are poor and lowly. Reproductive justice, in its human rights framework, recognizes that low-wage women of color are denied unfettered access to comprehensive reproductive health care, including access to contraceptives and abortion. Women awakening to their own human worth can be interpreted at the same time as a new experience of God, so that what is arguably occurring is a new event in religious history of humankind. Mary's Magnificat prophetically calls us to experience our own conversation, a turning around of heart and mind that sets life in a new direction. A humanitarian of reproductive justice invites all of us to wake up and read Mary's Magnificat with a radical enthusiasm unto our own conversion. Mary's powerful prophetic lead towards fulfillment of reproductive justice for all of God's worthy creation would certainly be an amazing new event in the religious history of mankind. We should be reading Mary's Magnificat as an ode to reproductive justice.
This is the prayer to Mary. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death.
wonderful. This Christmas Eve, our offertory is for our minister's discretionary fund. At my discretion, I will hire another AV tech. We got a really good one, and we'll get another. Anyway, it's called a minister's discretionary fund or a help fund. And it's actually a separate account that I, the minister, or the pastoral care team can use to provide confidential assistance to those facing emergency financial need, or for congregational or community programs in need of seed money, or for other tax-exempt purposes and donations stated in our board policy. For more information about that, you can visit the Unitarian Universalist Association's website, which is in our weekly e-newsletter, if you get that. So we will ask you to be generous today. Thank you very much. And as we pass the plate, we will offer Agnus Dei. Now I'd like to invite up Greg Garcia, who will do the next reading as I light the Advent wreath.
Hello, everybody. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. This reading is by the Reverend Erica Hewitt. For the last 4 Sundays, many have lit candles on an Advent wreath. Each candle was a step into winter, toward the turning of the year, and a leaning in expectation into all that is being born within us at this holy time of year, when the unknown lies before us, rich with possibilities. Tonight, we light the Advent candles for the last time this year. We light the candle of hope for that which is best in us to rise, to enliven our souls and our relationships. The second candle we light for peace, for the courage to soften what is rigid in our hearts, and to find that softness and to stay with it. We light the third candle in the name of joy. Joy in the shape of gratitude for all that's in our lives, and the joy and the expectations of the world that we are building and creating with one another. The last candle is lit in the name of love as a creating force in our lives. And finally, we light the central candle, the candle that shines in bleak places with the full power of our faith. We know, says the Reverend Bill Skinford, how real the brokenness of our world is, but we will not give that brokenness the last words. So may this light bear our hopes as well as our faith in love and in goodness and in compassion and justice. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness shall not overpower it.
Thank you all so much for being present with us this evening. I'll be honest, planning this service was a little bit challenging for me as a Jewish Unitarian Universalist and a brand new congregational minister. Planning Christmas Eve was something I had not only never done, but I never imagined doing. But what helped me significantly to consider was our Unitarian Universalist inspirations. These are our inspirations as they're written in the UUA bylaws. Direct experiences of transcending mystery and wonder are primary sources of Unitarian Universalist inspiration. These experiences open our hearts, they renew our spirits, and they transform our lives. We draw upon and we are inspired by the sacred and the secular and the scientific understandings that help us make meaning and live into all our values. These sources, they ground us and they sustain us in ordinary times, in difficult times, and in joyous times. We respect the histories, the contexts, and the cultures in which these sources were created and are currently practiced. Grateful for the experiences that move us, aware of all the religious ancestries we inherit, and enlivened by the diversity which enriches our faith. We are called to ever deepen and expand our wisdom. In considering this, it confirmed for me that although people make meaning in so many different ways, we all must arrive at the same place. And that place is what Tisha spoke about in the opening words, and we've talked about throughout. It is the love that is truly the central force around which everything else revolves. And since today we celebrate the Christmas story and the idea of light as representing hope through love, we will now all take part in our closing ritual together. We will all light candles to symbolize that light. We will walk together outside into the evening to symbolically spread that light and that love. But before we light a single candle symbolically, I ask you to look around this auditorium for a moment and bear witness to the light that shines so brightly in each and every one of our hearts. So I'm going to light the first candle. I will go over to this side and light the first person's candle over here. You will, and I'll keep going down the rows, and then you will light the next person's candle, and you'll light the next person's candle, and so on. And when your candle is lit, please walk outside and join us. As we do this, our musicians will be singing Silent Night. And once we are all outside, we will all sing Silent Night together.